Welcome to Juice Guru Radio. Discover what the magic and power of juicing can do for you. And now, your host, best-selling author of The Complete Idiot's Guide to Juice Fasting, Steve Prusak.
Hello and welcome. Welcome to another edition of Juice Guru Radio. I'm your host, Steve Prusak. On today's show, we've got Debra Staup. This is Juicy Inspirations, a series of ongoing stories of inspiration through juicing featured on Juice Guru Radio. We'll be doing episodes like this throughout the year, and we're really excited about this guest. So sit back, relax, get yourself some juice, some water, some tea. We'll be back right after this with Debra Staup.
Juice Guru Radio.
Well, welcome back to Juice Guru Radio. I'm your host, Steve Prusak. And on today's show, we're so excited. We've got Debra Staup. She's a retired teacher, Taekwondo teacher, and she's spreading the message of juicing. It's transformed her life. We're going to hear about her story of transformation. We call it Juicy Inspirations right here on Juice Guru Radio. So thank you for tuning in. Let's welcome to the show right now, Debra Staup.
Hi there.
Well, Debra, welcome. Thank you for being part of the Juice Guru community, and thank you for being on our show today.
I'm looking forward to it, and thank you for asking me.
So, I heard about your story of transformation. I just can't wait to share this with the world. Can you tell us about juicing and what it's done to help transform your life?
Well, actually, I kind of got into juicing many years ago, back in the 70s, with Jay Cordage's book, The Power of Juicing, and I had an old champion juicer. And then life happens and didn't stick with it so well. And then about a little over 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with a rare form of pancreatic cancer. And after I had what I call my famous 48-hour pity party, I knew I had to take control of my life. And the one thing I had control over is my nutrition. And I started thinking, what do I need to do? And I remembered Jay Cordage's book, and I pulled out my old juicer and thought, okay, I need to get going. I connected with him on Facebook at the time. That was when he was still able to, talk to you back. And he got me upgraded to one of his juicers at that time, which I have to say was a big improvement over my old juicer. And he helped me a lot, and then he connected me with you. And I got into his Jay Cordage School of Juicing and went through all of that stuff and connected with what you and Julie were doing. And the juicing, literally, with the type of cancer I had and the many surgeries I had and chemo and radiation and the side effects from it all, juicing is the one thing that has seen me through, especially for my nutrition, because there's many times I couldn't eat, many times I couldn't absorb. I was becoming very malnourished because nothing was being absorbed except for the juices. And I really credit my juicing in keeping my strength up and being able to fight that battle. And here I am, a little over 5 years later, beating the odds that usually most people don't make it that far with what I had. And I'm very, very, very grateful and very passionate about my lifestyle changes, especially in my area of nutrition.
Well, it's amazing. And so when you got into juicing, what were some of those juices you were making right out? Was it those Jay Cordage, carrot, apple, and things like that?
The carrot, apple with some ginger, and then I'd throw in some spinach, and of course lemon. And that's kind of been a mainstay for me. And then I just started to mix and match and do other things too along the way.
And we know now you've upgraded and you've got the best juicer in the world. You've got the TriBest Pro, which is really, the Elite is an incredible juicer, but the Pro is like commercial. You can actually open a juice bar right there in your kitchen if you want.
Well, I have to tell you, when I first made my juice with my new Pro, and I tasted that juice, as I think I texted you and said, my taste buds literally started dancing and singing in my mouth. It was just amazing, the flavors that came through. I was blown away. I just went, oh my gosh, best purchase ever.
Yeah, well, now you've got a juicer where you can make batches. It can last you up to 3 days in the refrigerator without losing nutrients, enzymes, or any of that, and that's a first.
That is amazing, and it does save time. I had so much fun juicing the other night, 3 nights ago, getting it all ready, and now tonight I get to do it again, and it's a joy. It's an absolute joy. I find it meditative to get everything set up in the kitchen and just do it.
How has cleaning the juicer been for you?
You know what? It's not that difficult. I actually don't have a dishwasher. I had one years ago, but it kept flooding my kitchen, so I said, forget it. And it's no different than if you're just washing your dishes. I mean, it doesn't take that much time. I can probably clean it in under 10 minutes. That's taking it apart, and I'm very anal about making sure the filter screen is completely free. I love that new brush. That brush is unbelievably perfect for the job. Dry it, put it back together in under 10 minutes. It's just not a big deal. I know people say, well, I don't know if I want to do all that, and I'm just going, seriously? It's no different than washing your face and hands and brushing your teeth in the morning. I mean, it takes about that long, if not shorter.
Yeah, and if you're part of the juicing community, of course, I will give you a special deal on the Elite or the Pro, are my favorite juicers, and I always include that extra large cleaning brush that makes cleanup take 5 to 10 minutes, which is, the barriers are gone. You can actually have a cold press juicer in your house. The juice will last. There's no reason not to make this into a daily habit. And we're learning why with Debra. She's here on Juice Guru Radio. She's sharing her story of transformation, how she's overcome a serious cancer with juicing and making other healthy lifestyle choices. We'll hear about some of those right here on Juice Guru Radio. So thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in live if you're part of Juice Guru community. And if you're listening on iHeartRadio, that's always at juicegurutribe.com. It's our free community. You can get backstage and see what we're up to there. So I know in the community you've been sharing some of your tips for juicing to make the process easier and some of the things through your years of juicing that have helped with, planning and all those other things. What are some of those tips you can share with our viewers and listeners today?
Well, one of the things I do is I plan my shopping day, and I decide, okay, this is the day that I go and I get my produce, and I always make sure it's organic. I'm a strong, organic, non-GMO person. It's actually, for any of those people that think you don't save money, you actually do, because real taste gets rid of cravings for junk food. So I go and get my produce, and when I bring it home, I immediately fill up the sink with water and a little vinegar, sometimes a little sea salt and baking soda in there, and I wash all my produce. It soaks. I wash it then. I have some colanders. I shake it off, put it in the colander, let it dry. And when I put it in my refrigerator, depending on what it is, if it doesn't need to be cut up like carrots, I do like to get the carrots prepared ahead of time in the celery. But I put it in the refrigerator, and in my produce bins, I put in white paper towels or unbleached white paper towels. It absorbs moisture, makes my produce last longer. Then when I juice, I choose the time, and I usually like the evenings. And I will put on my music or a little audiobook. I get everything lined up, assembly line order on my little kitchen counter. I have everything in assembly order, ready to go, and I just do it. And then it's done. I have the sink already filled with water to wash everything up as I'm done. And I can make, when I made this last batch of juice to last me 3 days, I was done in way under an hour because the produce was already cleaned and cut, ready to go. And again, assembly line order is great. And then I buy greens. The greens you can get at wonderful greens that are already triple washed, and that helps to save time too.
Now, I don't know if you have a copy of the book Juice Guru. Did we get you a copy of that? Transform Your Life by Adding One Juice a Day?
I have that book and your other book.
Okay, great. And so have you made the juicing habit? Are you doing it every day? Because you're on a cleanse now that we know. You're doing the Juice Guru cleanse with us, but are you doing it every day as well?
I do it, I have to be honest, I do it almost every day, but now with this new juicer, it's going to be so much easier to do it every day. That was my problem before, is that sometimes you just go, I don't know if I just want to do this right now. But now I can make it. It lasts 3 days, and I'm prepped to do it the next 3 days. So this is not going to be a problem. I probably would have, before then, would say I juiced probably 5 to 6 days a week, had to juice every day. I might have missed a day or so in between, but there will be no missing it now because this is so much easier.
Well, I don't think there's anything more important than making that investment in getting the best juicer possible. When it comes down to it, I was at a museum just yesterday and we were seeing the statistics of how much money is spent on healthcare and bills and medications and things. And what better investment in your health than putting it towards a juicer that, you've got a 12 or 15 year warranty on that TriBest juicer.
I do, and I have to, and that is so true. My the bills racked up for my cancer are unbelievable, and then also there's a couple medications I have to be on because of what took place with me, and those are extremely expensive. Even though I'm on Medicare, I hit that gap right away, so my medical expenses for my medicines are outrageous, but I look at it this way. With this juicer and what I'm doing, I won't have to take any more medications because I'm going to be able to stay healthy and not have to go down that road ever again.
Well, you've got the Juice Guru template recipe, and for anyone that needs it, it's juiceguru.com. There's the template recipe. Do you got the printable one right there? That's the one. Oh, did you print that out? I love it.
I keep it on my refrigerator. I printed it off a long time ago, and I keep it on my refrigerator.
And so now have you gone green? Are you doing more of the green juices now?
I love the green juices. If I ever need a fruit, my only fruit that I ever like to add would be Granny Smith green apple. I love those. I guess I know lemons are considered fruit, but to me, they don't strike me as a fruit. I love lemon and I love ginger. The lemon and ginger in my green juices just give it a zing.
Try a little jalapeno. We've been putting 1 or 2 in there, and it really gets your blood flowing. You just feel the energy that much faster, and it really rounds out the taste. So we've been really excited about it, including some jalapeno pepper in there.
I will try that because I've done where I've sprinkled a little cayenne before just to see what that was like, organic cayenne. And I kind of liked it. I'll do the jalapeno pepper, though.
And another way to prepare your produce, the thing we do in the Juice Guru kitchen, is the apple cider vinegar with a squeeze of lemon in the bowl with the water, and you just let it soak. You're good to go.
Right. I use the vinegar all the time. And the organic apple cider vinegar, yeah.
So I'm really excited. You're taking your message, and you're going to become a certified juice therapist. We know you were enrolled in the Juice Guru certification program. And why did you sign up for that, and what do you plan to do with that training?
I'm a person who always loves to learn. If I have a lot of other certifications other than being a teacher for so many years. Got my black belt in Taekwondo. I'm a certified 500-hour yoga teacher. I am way back when Touch for Health instructor. I love to learn. I'm an old-time massage therapist, too. The juicing certification, it is my passion and my desire as my way of thanks for people who were there for me to do what I can to be there for them. And for me to encourage people that are fighting life-changing battles with their health, they come to me now about, how did you do this? What did you do? So I've been helping them along, and I thought, I need to be certified. I want to make this so I have as much knowledge as possible to be able to give them the best advice and help and guidance as possible. It's a gift for me to be here. I want to do what I can to be able to, pay forward that gift.
Oh, and you're going to help so many people with that. We're so excited that you're enrolled in that. What a perfect juice guru you are. So when you got this TriBest, and obviously you've been through all these other juicers, how does it compare when you go to this level of getting a juicer of this quality?
There is no comparison. It kind of, I wish it had been around from the very beginning for me. This is an amazing juicer. It is so quiet. It is so simple. It is so easy. And the flavor is unbelievable. I find myself, this time, I'll be making more just because I want to drink more of it throughout the day. I can see that happening because it was so good. I find myself craving the juice. It's wonderful. I cannot begin to compare it.
You have the first juicer that actually replicates the human mastication system, the chewing, and it's a 3-part system. It chews, pulverizes, and you've got the bioceramic magnetic technology in the gears that holds the integrity of the minerals together like nothing else. I mean, that's why we don't sell juicers. We just work with TriBest because they're the best. It was the first juicer I had 26 years ago. And for me to work with them, to be able to sell their products because I love them, is just an honor, a real honor.
Well, I have their juicer. I have their blender. I have the sprouter. Their products are amazing. And I have the water revitalizer. The stuff that I have gotten through them has done nothing but improve my health. And my husband, he notices it. He says, "Oh my gosh, you're doing so well. You're doing so much better." And, he's wonderful. The guy, my husband, has just been my rock through all of this. I can't even begin to tell you how much I am so deeply grateful for his support. He has supported my complete turnaround and everything I have done to improve my health. He's 100% on board with what I'm doing.
Let's talk about some of the other things you brought in to help with your healing for those that might be going through a similar battle. And now I know for a fact we have people in the community that are going through similar challenges in life right now. So what can you say to them as far as what else you've done to help this battle?
Well, things that I have done to help me get through this, and I'm still doing, is I do acupuncture. I have a great acupuncturist. And I still go to her twice a month. I was going to her every week during my time period of fighting the cancer. I do a massage therapy, get that a couple times a month. I exercise. It's this, I walk a lot, walking and rebounding. And the research is there on rebounding. People don't know that, but I know that. And I know someone very, very close to me who was fighting 2 rare cancers at the Mayo Clinic after this person's stem cell transplant. In his hospital room, had a treadmill and a rebounder, and he had to get on that every single day while he was recovering. So even the Mayo Clinic thought that was important. So I rebound, I walk a lot, I meditate. I have a strong spiritual belief, and I meditate. I believe so strongly in the power of the mind over the body and really working hard to make everything positive. I don't believe in owning the cancer. I think I said to you in the beginning when we were just visiting before we went live, I don't believe in the numbers. I looked at the statistics and I got off of that real fast and said, I'm never looking at that again. Those are not my numbers. I don't believe in that kind of math. I'm doing my own math. And as a teacher, I figured I could do that. I can do whatever I want. And so the numbers don't count to me. Those are not my numbers, not my statistics, and I refuse to buy into the cancer. For me, I choose to forget it so it will forget me and focus instead, turn all my energy towards my nutrition, my mind, meditation, spiritual belief, my complementary methods. I have a good friend who is an incredible herbalist, and she put together some wonderful herbal concoctions for me that my traditional medicine doctors, my doctors, said was okay. We just kind of coincided when I could take it and when I couldn't, according to my treatments. But I brought everything in that I could think of, from supplements, nutrition, diet, exercise, meditation, mind over body, positive. And I did tell all my family and friends, do not tell me horror stories. I'm not interested in that. Do not look at me with pity. I want humor. I want life. And I told my doctors right from the get-go that I would be their poster girl, and that when people would come up to me and say, what is your prognosis? I'd look at them and say, my prognosis is to live. What's yours?
Love it. So definitely the first phase was the mindset, and then all these other things from spirituality to proper nutrition and getting that juice in, and all these things are what we need. You can't just, and if you do just one, you're going to neglect the others, right?
Right. I believe it has to be a balance of all of those. If you don't have it all put together, I don't know how you're going to make it through.
So if you're new to juicing, what I would say is the first step is contact me at steve@juiceguru.com. I'll get you a the best juicer possible at a special package that I always put together and customize depending where you are on the journey, and take some money off. And I do whatever I can to get this into people's hands. That's my mission. What would you say would be the next step to start making the juicing habit?
Connect yourself. Where I live, they actually started bringing in organic produce at our local store because I needed it. Up until then, they really didn't have much, if any. And I started talking to them about it, and they were really wonderful. So the next step is to find a good source of produce and get your kitchen organized to take it on. And I really believe once you start with the nutrition, what makes it easier then is when your body is nourished, you're going to feel like going for that walk no matter how sick you are. You're going to want to sit and meditate and feel hopeful because you're feeling like your body got nourished. When the body's nourished, I think other things can come into play a lot easier.
No matter where in the world you live, you can always grow like we do. I mean, we're in Los Angeles. We can get organic food easily, but microgreens and sprouts and things like that to make your own food year-round. And then you can just get some, organic food from the store to supplement it and to make juices. But you can just grow your own food year-round. I know you're starting to do that now, aren't you?
Yes, I have my sprouter. I love my Fresh Life sprouter. That is the most amazing thing. And I got it with all 3 trays. So I can do all kinds of sprouts. Mung beans, wheatgrass, alfalfa, broccoli, you name it, I can do it. I love that. We do have a garden too. We have a very short growing season up here, but we grow what we can within that season, and that helps out through the summer. And we have a great farmer's market. But when you go to a farmer's market, even though it's a farmer's market, you need to ask the different vendors, is their produce organic? Did they use sprays? Because you have to ask them, because even though it's done locally, some of them still spray and use stuff that I would never put into my body.
Well, I should let you know, as a certified juice therapist, that you're going to get to be a vendor for TriBest. You get to sell their products and make a profit. So all your clients will be able to get the amazing equipment that you do, and you'll be able to be part of that, distribution. So we're actually going to have some training videos on that in the program to show you how easy it is to do all that. I don't know if you realize that, but that's part of the program we're just putting in now.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited to hear that. I did not realize that part. That is going to be thrilling, because I really would love to see people get the best. It just makes life so much healthier and happier. And I'm energized. See, and I'm also diabetic, and I need to say to these people that might be diabetic out there also, my blood sugar's been perfect. My fasting blood sugar this morning, 81. 81, perfect. And so I'm just going, perfect. I love this juicing program.
And how often are you doing juice cleanses? Is this the first one you've been on, or what?
No, I've done with you before. We have done through Juicing Survivor, and then we've done some throughout this year. And I get so excited when I see that email coming through saying, get ready. And I'm going, yes. So then I get everything ready to go. So I'm prepared from day one.
All right, well, Debra's been a part of Juice Guru Academy, and she's been part of our programs for a long time now. I know we've been getting you your TriBest equipment, so thank you for being part of the Juice Guru journey. And I see we've got some people on Facebook that are checking in. Veronica's there. Hi, Steve, she says. Hi, Debra. Thank you for checking in, Veronica. And let us know if you're watching and you have any questions or anything, or you want to just let us know how you're doing, go ahead and type in the box below. If you're listening on iHeartRadio, there's always the opportunity to join us live for these events at juicegurutribe.com. That's our free Facebook community where you get to be part of the Juice Guru Tribe. So, Debra, see if any questions come in, but if not, anything to say in closing that we haven't touched on about your healing journey, how you overcame cancer with the power of juicing, mindfulness, meditation, and just, turning your entire life around. And I know relationships were important too. You mentioned your husband.
A good support system is wonderful, there's no doubt. And I am fortunate to live in a community where I had a lot of support from many of the people that I know here through my years of teaching their kids, and of course my friends and my wonderful husband and beautiful daughter. It is also, you just have to have hope. You cannot give up. Doctors are wonderful, and I had an excellent cancer team, there's no doubt. But I set the course. I let them know from day one, my goal was to live. And nobody in life has a guarantee when their expiration date is, and I wasn't going to let a doctor tell me when it was going to be either. And so I firmly believe that we have the right to take that part of our lives in, and have control over it. And whatever time we have, I want to live it with quality and with zest and vitality. I want to thrive, not just survive. I want to thrive. I want to be a thriver. And I honestly believe my changing of my nutrition, which I didn't think was bad before I got cancer, but obviously when I look back where I was and where I am now, and my husband will attest to this, he says, I have never seen you so healthy, so vital. Even with the setbacks I get on occasion and the side effects that still happen, it doesn't matter. Overall, I'm still moving ahead. And that's where I keep thinking, I'm moving ahead. I make sure every day counts. Every day has to count. And you got to just stay positive and stay grateful. And this may seem really odd to say, but I have had so many blessings come out or come from this whole journey, this whole disease that I have learned and changed. I cannot believe the amount of blessings I have. And I'm just going, oh my gosh, I need to do whatever I can to pay it forward because I am one lucky girl.
And what kind of traditional routes did you take at the beginning when you were first diagnosed?
When I was first diagnosed, I actually curled up, wanted to just turn into a little pity party and take a pill and make it go away, thinking, come on, this can't be. But then, of course, that didn't work. So then I decided, okay, I have to put on my big girl pants and boots and say this is it. And I'm Greek, so I had to put on my Greek goddess warrior. All my students know me as the Greek goddess. And so I said, it's time to, get warriored up here. And initially, like I said, I started to research the cancer and ended that and decided, what do I have control over? And that's my nutrition. That's my mind over my body. And it is my spiritual beliefs and my exercise. So I took back what control I actually have and really focused to make a difference and researched. I did my own research and I still research because I want to stay on top of whatever's out there, to know I'm doing everything possible to keep the odds in my favor.
Her name is Debra Staup. She's going to be a certified juice therapist. She's overcome cancer and the biggest challenges in life through the power of juicing and prayer, meditation. Thank you, Debra, for taking this challenge and being part of the community, sharing the wisdom. You're inspiring so many people with your story, and this is just the beginning. So thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much, and blessings to everyone.
That's Debra Staup right here on Juice Guru Radio. I'm Steve Prusak, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you for listening to Juice Guru Radio. Find out more about us at juiceguru.com. Until next time, get your juice on.